Welcome to Autoscope, the channel that zooms in on the engineering marvels that define speed, power, and prestige. If it roars, flies down the autobahn, or breaks barriers in the world of automobiles, you'll find it right here. So buckle up, hey, we're about to dive into something extraordinary. You thought you'd seen fast, you thought you'd heard loud, you thought luxury had reached its peak? Think again, because today, we're not talking about just any hypercar. We're going full throttle into the machine that defies limits at the Bugatti Chiron Super Sport. Not just a car, a statement, a speed demon, a $3.8 million icon of French craftsmanship and German engineering precision. This isn't just horsepower, this is an earthquake on four wheels. Let's begin with the bloodline. The Chiron Super Sport descends from the legendary Veyron, the car that redefined what top speed meant in the early 2000s. But while the Veyron was a revolution, the Chiron Super Sport is an evolution. A vehicle that doesn't scream speed, it whispers it with terrifying calm. The W16 engine didn't just stay, it got even better. 1,578 horsepower, a quad-turbocharged 8.0-liter engine that sounds like war and glides like silk. Top speed 440 km/h, electronically limited. Yes, limited, because without it, this car would challenge the laws of physics. 0 to 100 in just 2.4 seconds. 200 km/h in 5.8. And if you find a stretch of tarmac long enough, you'll feel what it's like to fly on land. Bugatti didn't just build a car, they built a missile disguised in carbon fiber. But let's not just talk numbers, let's talk presence. The first time you see a Chiron Super Sport, your brain does a double take. It's low, wide, and dripping in aerodynamic aggression. The rear end is extended by 25 centimeters compared to the standard Chiron A. That's not for looks, that's for downforce, for balance. For one thing only, stability at speeds no other street-legal car dares to touch. Take a look at those exhausts, 4 of them, 2 stacked vertically on either side. Bugatti calls it the exhaust performance package. We call it thunder on demand. Every time you touch the throttle, those pipes don't just exhale, they roar. Inside, you're not just sitting in a cockpit. You're being cradled by a $100,000 interior. Full leather, machined aluminium, an analog speedometer that goes up to 500 km/h. Just in case you were wondering how far it'll take you, the dashboard is minimalist, hey, because at 400 km/h, the last thing you want is distraction. Bugatti didn't just engineer this car, they orchestrated it. The suspension system has been fine-tuned for high-speed stability. The gearbox has 7-speed dual-clutch A shifts so quickly, you won't even notice the transitions. And the tires? Specially developed Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2s. Each costs more than a family sedan, each rated for speeds that would shred any ordinary rubber. But the Chiron Super Sport isn't just about straight-line dominance. It's surprisingly composed in the corners. The steering is weighted, direct, every input translated into precise movement. There's no float, no lag, just razor-sharp responsiveness. And thanks to advanced torque vectoring, the car feels like it's reading your mind. Now, let's talk about exclusivity. Only 30 units were ever built, each one hand-assembled at Bugatti's atelier in Molsheim, France. No two are exactly the same. Each one is a bespoke masterpiece tailored to the buyer's tastes. You're not just buying a car, you're buying a seat in history. A part of the legacy that stretches from the Type 35 to the Veyron to now. Who buys a Chiron Super Sport? Royalty, billionaires, collectors, visionaries. People who aren't just looking for transportation, they're buying emotion, domination, bragging rights. Because when you pull up in one of these, there is no competition. Not a Ferrari, not a McLaren, not even a Koenigsegg. And yes, we said it. And yet, The Chiron Super Sport isn't loud about its status. It's refined, it's elegant, it doesn't need to shout, because the moment the world hears the W16 engine come to life, the message is clear: the king has arrived. Let's not forget about the innovation behind the scenes. The cooling system, aerospace grade. The carbon fiber monocoque, built to handle stress levels most cars will never experience. The brakes, carbon ceramic, capable of bringing this beast from 400 to 0 in under 10 seconds if your heart can handle it. Bugatti also equipped the car with cutting-edge telemetry. Every stat, speed, temp, G-force is monitored in real time. It's more than a dashboard. It's a digital brain feeding you exactly what you need, when you need it. There's even GPS-linked ride height adjustment for different roads. This isn't just engineering, it's intelligent performance. And let's pause for a moment on that price tag. $3.8 million. But consider what you're getting. A work of art, a marvel of engineering, a piece of history that will never be repeated. You're not paying for transportation, you're paying for an experience, for a feeling no other machine can replicate. There's a saying in the automotive world: the faster you go, the smaller the world becomes. In the Chiron Super Sport, the world doesn't just shrink, it blurs, it bends, it disappears into the horizon while you float forward in an adrenaline-fueled dream. This is the kind of car that doesn't just live in the garage, it lives in your mind, long after you've turned the ignition off, long after the engine's rumble fades, because no matter what else you drive, nothing, and we mean nothing, will feel the same again. Some cars are fast, some are beautiful, some are legendary. The Bugatti Chiron Super Sport is all three and more. It's the kind of machine that reminds us why we fell in love with cars in the first place. For the speed, for the roar, for the soul. This has been Autoscope, where performance meets obsession, and engineering becomes emotion. If you love what you've heard today, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join the community that lives life in the fast lane. Drop a like, share this with your fellow gearheads, and comment below what's your ultimate dream hypercar. Until next time, keep your foot down, your eyes ahead, and your heart in the red line.